Hello, you
Hi.
fucks. Welcome to John Solo's Beard
Hi.
Brigade Extravaganza. So, what you're saying is, book,
Bouncing
book,
Beard Brigade.
book 8 is supposed to be book 8 on the list, but book 10 is wrong. Is that correct? So I have
No,
rookie
book
is
10 is right. Book 8 is wrong.
okay. So I
Because I've
can
got
remove
two.
that.
Yeah, because I've got the same book going twice.
Okay, so take off book 8 is what you're saying. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, take off book 8. Remove 8. All right, so hopefully that solves
let's.
it. We shall
Yeah,
see.
let's hope
Hi
so.
everyone. We're learning how
Hi.
to do this live on the air. I remember my first show. It was fucking awesome. So all right. Welcome to John
You see,
Solo's
you got
Beer
me bouncing.
Brigade. Yeah, I know. Well, I can't help not. I can bounce. So actually after
I should be able to bounce too after Saturday.
whoop whoop. Well, I'm gotta redo my pedestal that I have my bouncy ball on because the casters were not a good idea. That was a mistake. I put the bouncy ball on a platform that I built so I could raise up to the correct height, and then I put casters on the platform with the idea that I could roll the platform back to get to a drawer that I have underneath my desk. Well, that was a bad idea because you kind of when you're bouncing and you're rolling, the pedestal moves, and then it's bad. So
Well,
yeah,
now
I
you
got
look a little bit shorter.
well, I'm not a little bit shorter yet. I'm the same height as I was, although I did twist around a little bit. I mean, I'm riding
Your
on
camera's a
air.
little high.
Well, I mean, everything moved with the ball. I became taller in the
Ah.
booth, is what happened. So the camera height changed and everything changed. Anyways, hello.
Just not
All
enough
right.
time to fiddle with it.
Well, I'm gonna fiddle more before we start in the booth today, and I gotta make some food too. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
do that.
heard you
So.
finished Dragons last night.
We did. We got that done. We're cranking it out away. We've been putting out, now last week being the exception because I kind of lost my voice last week, but we've been putting out 15 to 18 finished hours a week here, which is, we're just cranking it out. We're rocking it, baby. So, let's see what we got here today. The first one to come out looks like he's blind.
Giovanni by Laura Lascarso, narrated by Daniel Carter.
And that one, wasn't he also the author of that, the guy goes to Mars and anyways, so that one came out on the. You don't even know what I'm talking about, do you?
No.
Not a fan of classic sci-fi. I see. It's all right. Don't you worry about a thing.
Yes.
We got you covered here.
Well,
That one came out on the 7th. Then we had.
Real Risk West Coast Forensics Book 3 by L. Keaton, narrated by Michael Dean.
Ta-da! That one came out on the 8th. Then we had.
Inked Temptation, Montgomery Inc. Fort Collins Book 5 by Carrie Ann Ryan, narrated by Jacob Morgan and Teddy Hamilton.
Carrie, you have 3 first names. That one came out on the 11th. Then we had.
Hashtag Love Wins, the complete series, narrated by Anna Bird and written by Anna Bird, narrated by John Solo.
If she could narrate a book, she would, I'm sure.
She probably would.
That one came out on the 11th, and that is the complete entire hashtag Love Wins series. So all of it's in there. It's a good deal, and I think it's like 33 hours of audio for 1 credit, so you can't get much better than that.
Plus a
Then,
little bonus story, I think.
well, it's included in the 33 hours that I said. But yes, there's certainly new content in there that was not in the original releases, by all means. And that one came out on the 11th. Then we had.
Yeah, Deceiver of Minds, Spectre Series 3, Book 5 by Jordan L. Hawk, narrated by Brad Langer.
How does that work? Spectre Series 3, Book 5. There are 3 series in there?
Maybe? 3 different parts to the series? Who knows? I don't know.
We don't know. Well, that one came out on the 11th. Then we had.
Mikhails Moment, Type 6, Part 2, Chronicles of Fate, Book 2 by Lucas Lamont, narrated by Chase Johnson.
I don't want to do math today. I don't want to.
I don't do math either.
There's a lot. There's a lot going on there. That one came out on the 11th, and then we had
This Present Darkness, Blackwell series by A.M. Sneed, narrated by Derek Trost.
quite a few new narrators on the list this week, which is very cool. We got a lot going on here recently, and welcome and congratulations to everybody that's got new releases this week. If you don't know already, when I'm making fun of math and shit, I'm just giving people shit. I'm not like it's what I do. My job here is I make fun of Lissa, so and sometimes. Anyway, I just make jokes, okay? Don't take anything I say seriously ever.
Unless you say I'm being serious.
Unless I say I'm being serious, but I keep on explaining this. That one came out on the 11th as well. Then we had
Salt and Lime by B.L. Maxwell, narrated by Douglas Wilkin.
I'm going to be singing that all day. You put the lime in the coconut and bounce it all up. I think it's shake it all up, but that one came out on the 11th too. The next one we have an audio clip for, and here we go.
Rookie forward Isaac Rivera is still finding his footing in the big leagues, where he's no longer the best player on the roster. Julian Landry is a powerhouse on the ice. In 8 years, he's become one of the league's top defensemen, and the heartthrob everyone wants to bed. When a connection sparks between him and Isaac, he discovers what he's been missing. Someone he can trust with his body and his heart. As long as Isaac and Julian keep the heat between them off the ice, what could go wrong? Rookie Mistake is written by Anna Szabo and L.A. Witt, performed by Michael Ferraiolo.
I like how he said performed there too. That was with authority right there.
Him and Greg both say performed. Actually, Kale does too.
I think it's a good way to put it. One of the publishers that I work for has performed instead of read by or narrated by. It doesn't matter to me one way or the fucking other. I don't know. Just say spewed by. It doesn't matter to me. But I like. Well, performed is a more accurate description of what's happening. We're absolutely performing. We're not just reading. We're not just narrating.
You perform it. You narrate it. Hey, whichever works, and what the person performing it or narrating it is more comfortable with.
I think probably a more accurate description would be the author paid John Solo. That would be. I'm just. Again, don't take anything I say seriously. For the love of God, that would be a mistake. That one also came out on the 11th, and thank you, Michael. Love you, man. Miss you. The next one we had was
The Sunset Job, Rainbow's 7 Series, Book 1 by Max Walker, narrated by Iggy Toma.
Iggy. That one came out on the 12th, and the next one that we had, we also have an audio clip for.
Hi, this is narrator Tim Page, and I'm really excited to tell you that House on Fire by Jen Burke is available now wherever you get your audiobooks. It's a male-male paranormal romance featuring vampires and phoenixes and all sorts of really cool stuff. The two main characters, Colin and Evan, have an interesting romance. They are bonded together, they're mates, and Colin is struggling with that. So there's a lot of kind of tension there as he slowly starts to try to give himself over to his mate, where Evan is being patient and they are working to try to work through the challenges that they're facing to try to be together. Along the way, there is a series of murders going on in the community, and they are trying to figure out who is doing it, and in the process, hopefully save the paranormal community and humans from essentially getting into a war. So it's a really, really fantastic book. I hope that you'll check it out. The book is called House on Fire. It's from the Ashes and Dust series. It's by Jen Burke, and it's narrated by myself, Tim Page. Enjoy.
See, I think what needs to happen is I've got a button programmed that pulls up a cover full screen, and then it plays the audio clip, so I just have to hit one button. So I think I also need to program that button to flip to the next cover when I do that, and I think that will be perfect. Since we're all talking about the technical details of how the show works behind the scenes and all that shit. It's getting better.
You're talking about it. Well, okay. I did mention a few things.
Yeah, well, it's getting better though. It's getting better. It's getting smoother along the way. I think we're making progress here. That one came out on the 12th, and Tim, thank you so much.
And fun fact about that series.
Okay.
it is the spinoff of her Not Dead Yet series, which was narrated by Greg. And Greg wasn't able to do the spinoff series, so Tim got it, and I think it's Sutantor.
Excellent.
Pretty sure it's Sutantor.
Well, that is a
but
fun
I haven't listened
fact.
I haven't listened to those yet, but I'll get there.
Well, you're on a Greg kick, so you should jump over and listen to the...
No, I'm not on a Greg kick right now.
Oh, well, we'll see what you're on a kick for now. I have a feeling it's probably kale, but that's... For someone that doesn't like kale, you really like kale. It's amazing to me. But that one came out on the 12th, and thank you, Tim Page, for sending that over to us. We really appreciate it. Next, we had...
Unexpected by Felice Stevens and narrated by Matt Haynes.
I didn't see that one coming. That one came out on the 13th. You see what I did
You're
there?
funny.
I know, I try. Then we had... Oh, wait, I'm gonna wait. Before we do this, I got to go back to the previous one here for a second.
What is that? Michael Dean?
Well, no. The Unexpected. That's not Michael Dean. That's the dude from Full House, isn't it? Is that the same guy?
No, that's not John Stamos.
It looks just like John Stamos. That could be John Stamos on the cover there.
No, it could also be Michael Dean too, because he's got the hair and the.
Well, it could be.
Actually, I haven't seen a picture of Michael Dean in a while, so I don't know.
If he turns out to look like John Stamos, I bet you he's going to be working more. Anyways, so sorry about that. Next we had
How to Catch the Boss, Chester Falls novella by Anna Ashley, narrated by Nick Hudson and Andre Santana.
Nice. That one came out on the 13th. Then we had
Prince of Sylvan, Take Me to Ivorborn. Born? Yeah, okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
By Eileen Isaacs and narrated by Jacob Buckholz.
See, so what you all don't see is that Tracy helps Lissa with the pronunciations for these, and it's funny to me how
Cheryl
she still
did too for this one.
Cheryl's been jumping at a lot of the pronunciations lately. It's hilarious to me though that I see them laid out here. What helps me, and maybe I can help you too, is when you're typing out a pronunciation, you put the syllable that needs emphasis in caps, and then you put the other stuff in not caps. So then you know which one. Like Sylvan or Sylvan, if Van needs to be, emphasized, and you put that in caps, and then you know which one's supposed to be, because it's all about, I can see that you stopped listening a while. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
You got your system. It obviously works for you, so we're just going to leave it right there. That one came out on the 13th, and congratulations, however the fuck it's said. Next we have...
Rookie Move, Playing for Keeps Book 1 by Nev Wilder and Riley Hart, narrated by Nick DeRusso.
And that one came out on the 13th as well. Then we had
Dauntless, the Luckless Series Book 2 by Carrie Z, narrated by Michael Furiolo.
That one came out on the 13th. He was a busy man this week. Then finally we had
A Little Slice of Hell, Creature Cafe Series Book 1 by Cielo Evans and narrated by Nowhere Eternity.
I think that'd probably be Cleo, and not Cielo, because Cielo did that song that came out a few years ago. That's a whole different guy. I think it's CLIO.
It is
like
but
a big, huge dude. But
I should have asked what the what it was, but I didn't. I just said that was an interesting narrator name.
Yeah, no, the narrator name. Well, I think that their parents were probably thinking in advance. They could have named him Rule 42. Instead, they named him Nowhere Eternity. It's a hippie name. I like it. Now, to what everyone has been waiting for here. Here we go. What did you listen to this week?
12 Days of Gay by Anna Bird. Finally got around to listening to this one. It's been in my library for a long time. And after a couple weeks, maybe a month of not wanting to listen to anything new, I figured, why not? Let's try to get into it. I loved it. You and Anna did a great job with Ashton and Chase, and of course, I love Aunt Rosie. It was just so hot. book 5 in the Love Wind series, and I love the series so much, and you being all growly is one of my favorite things.
I didn't know that. Huh.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah. And I gave it 4 bullets.
4 bullets. Look at that. What would we have had to do, because I was a part of this project, what would I have had to have done to make it a 5 bullet instead of a 4? What would I have to do to take it over the top? Was it just a writing thing? Was it a narrating thing? Was it a combination thing? Was it your mood? Was the humidity too high? What happened?
Probably a combination of all of the above.
I see. So it could have been just your dietary choices that day. It had nothing to do with me at all.
No, I think it was probably my mood, because I haven't had the best of days the past week. So.
What's been going on with you, Lissa? Tell me everything.
Are you my therapist now?
Well, I could be. I mean, all I have to do is repeat what you say. All you have to do to be a therapist is when you say something, I repeat it back to you and then ask you, how do you feel about that? So you go ahead and I'll do the therapy thing. Hey, would you like some antidepressants? Sorry, that's all another thing. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, no, we're not going to go into that, because this is not what this little podcast thing's all about.
Right. So, but what happened to you? What happened to you? Can you not tell us anything? Can you just give us a hint or anything that lets us know why you're feeling so down and why you've been in a book slump? Because obviously those two things are related here, and we all want to know. There's only me and, I don't know, maybe 30 or 40 of your closest friends.
Just a lot going on around here between Toki's stuff and him being in a lot of pain this past week, and Mom being aggravated at Toki for not doing some, being just aggravated and having issues and emotional all the time, and money situation.
No, I get it entirely. Now, for me, when I'm in a situation like that, what I want to do is escape. I want to run. I want to get the fuck out of there, wherever it can be. Normally what you do is you escape into books. Have you found that getting into an audiobook or reading or anything like that, have you been able to forget it all? Have you been able to relax a little bit?
Sometimes, if I'm not a lot overwhelmed, then yeah, I'll be able to concentrate on what I'm listening to, unless I'm getting interrupted every 10 minutes.
Well, it makes sense too then why you're also in a what you had called a book slump, I think, was where a lot of us get, where I like to go back to the familiar. I like to listen to something I don't have to think about at all. I like to go back to something that I know very well and makes me feel good. It's that comfort. It's like a warm hug kind of thing. Although I don't like being hugged, but it's that feeling of
I've hugged you. You were fine.
I hugged you because you're my friend, okay? And I knew that it meant something, but typically I don't like I don't like being touched like that, and especially like it's a thing for me. But the warm embrace.
I even asked your permission before I rubbed your head.
I know. And it works, and I will hug people on occasion. It's not that I won't. It's just I don't enjoy it very much. It's not my go-to. Although characters in books oftentimes do that, where they're just like, "Do you want a hug?" And the other person like, "Yeah, I want to." That's not me. But it makes sense to me that the comfort value of that, and going back, to bring this all full circle, and the reason that I asked about this in the first place was not to put you on the spot, because I know it's a little bit uncomfortable. But do you have a favorite comfort listen? The one that you've gone back to 3, 4, 5, 6 times?
Yeah.
What is it?
I got 2 of them, actually. It's Cora Knight's Upending Tad series.
Mm-hmm.
And Nora's Irresistible Omega series.
Now, do you like to read those or listen to them?
I'll listen to them.
Yeah, because you don't have to really do anything. It's just it's going on in the background. I loved the little grin on your face that you got when you were talking about the Upending Tad series. You just like you got a naughty smile on your face just thinking about it. That is the magic of what we do, and that's the magic of what this does.
Yeah, that one was narrated by Michael Dean.
Yep. And I know that's what got you into Michael Dean in the first place, wasn't it? Was that the first series you listened to?
Yes, actually.
Yeah. When I first met you, you were a Michael Dean girl, and I think you still kind of are, but the Michael Dean was just oozing out of your pores at that point. Which
Yeah,
a lot of
pretty
people
much.
well, and a lot of people will follow a narrator instead of an author specifically. A lot of people follow both, but some people will just jump.
Hmm.
Look, this narrator's done this much, that sort of thing. But the comfort series of the Upending Tad, do you know what in particular? Is there one thing that you can put your finger on? I said finger correctly. If you could, one thing that you put your finger on that, and it can be the sex, that's fine, whatever it is. What
Yeah, it's
comforts you the
extremely
most?
hot.
There you go. Very good. And it lets you forget a little bit. Well, I suggest to you next week. Now, I'm not trying to tell you what to do or anything like that, but I suggest to you that this week and maybe going into next week, you go back to Upending Tad again. I don't remember seeing you review that on Ramblin' Gramblin' yet. Have you reviewed that on here? I don't think you have.
No,
Ta-da!
I
Look
haven't.
at that. See, friends helping friends, right there. You can review Upending Tad for next week. I vote Upending Tad for Ramblin' Gramblin'. Anybody else want to raise their hand? Anybody vote for that? I do. Look at
I
all
mean,
these
I
hands
can
going up.
I can review it anyway.
Yeah, but you need to get comforted by it. You don't have to listen to it all, but the comfort level involved in it is what we're looking for here. We want you to relax. We care about you. So we've gotten this one out of the way. The next one that you listen to. Okay, see, now I see your trend going on here. There we go.
Yeah. And I actually just finished this one about an hour ago.
Wow.
Yeah. I gave there's one. There it is. 5 bullets. And it's the third book in the series. What series is it? Leather and Chrome.
Leather and
Yeah.
Chrome.
And I enjoyed it. Houston and Kenneth were great together. And Kenneth is so shy and timid, so to speak, and didn't know how to go about asking for the things he wanted. I loved Houston's voice and the growls, of course, and then there was Rope and Shibari and fun stuff. I'm looking forward to the rest of the series, especially Zack and Knuckles' book.
You think Knuckles is his Christian name? Is that the way that works?
I doubt that.
Was this? I'm not very good with titles. Was this book 1 or book 2?
Which one? This one?
Yes.
This is 3.
3. Oh, so this is the one that just came out. Yeah. This one was fantastic.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So yeah, I actually got into new things.
Well, so
And-
what's the the bullet rating on this one? What is?
I started that one. It was a 5.
Wow, a 5 bullet rating right there. Excellent. So the humidity got better. I see. Look at that.
The humidity got better.
Exactly.
And this one actually reminded me a lot of a TV show I used to watch called Sons of Anarchy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about a motorcycle club, and one of the members does get involved with a nurse. And I think even though the dude's mom wasn't very happy about it, and I think she ended up dying anyway. But yeah, it was actually good. I love the series.
Spoilers. Jesus Christ.
Well,
spoilers about Sons of Anarchy at this point.
Well,
it's okay.
I enjoyed the series.
I've never seen Sons of Anarchy. I'm sure it's wonderful. But this series is fantastic. Obviously, I love Kiki Clark to death. It's the name that's fun to wear on your face, and she is.
There you go.
She is wonderful to me. But excellent. You have one more on the list here. Is this something that you read this
what
week?
I've read.
Is that correct? Yeah. I heard about this one already, but here we go.
I gave this one 5 bullets.
Hey-o!
It's book 2 of the Cold Hard Cash series, and it does a little time jump to a year later. And the 2 main characters face some new challenges and most of the same enemies. The new characters come into play in this one, and more sexy times in this one, and KL didn't disappoint with it. And I can't wait to dive into book 3, which I've kind of have started, and it's apparently 25 short stories of the 2 main characters.
Nice. She's a quickly
They.
rising star here, from what I understand. Kel Hires is actually getting quite a bit of attention now, and I think that a
Yeah,
lot of
they
it
are.
has to do with they. Sorry, no disrespect there, but I think a lot of it has to do with your reviews and everything else. I think that's garnering a lot of attention, which I think is a wonderful thing. Obviously, Kel Hires deserves it. Apparently, they are very, very good. So congratulations there, and I'm glad that you like this. By the way, I heard nothing but like you were talking about this, and I heard other people talking about it. So apparently, it's getting some buzz, which is a cool deal. How long has this been out? Do you know?
Not 100% sure. I know another book. I think the fourth one maybe is coming out soon.
Nice.
I have the arc for it because I just got involved. Yeah, I'm now on their art team.
Ta-da! Look at you go.
And I've
Well,
got a bunch of books to read from them, and most of them are alien tentacles.
that's hot. That's
It is.
Well,
Yeah.
congratulations. You did a good job this week. Thank you so much, Lisa. I do appreciate it. And congratulations on everybody to the new releases this week as well. We will be back next week, the same standard time, 11 a.m. on Thursdays, JST. Enjoy yourselves, have fun, and Lisa, here's your favorite part of the show. All you got to do is wave bye to the camera.
Bye.